Hello everyone, my name is Edoggz and welcome back to this review channel. Today we have another matchup between the Transformers Studio Series versus the Titans Returns. So let's bring in the first contender, which is the Transformers Studio Series 8604 Hot Rod. So this is the box. We have this reverse L-shaped border on this side. We have the Transformers lettering in red. We have Hot Rod opening the Matrix, made by Takara Tomy. We have this side where he's still trying to open the Matrix, and then on this side we have the robot mode, we have the alt mode, we have all of these accessories, we have the stage, transforms in 29 moves. On this side we have Studio Series, on that side 8604. Meaning that he is the fourth figure in the line. We have a close-up of Hot Rod here on the face. He is a Voyager class figure. We have the Transformers logo on the top and on the front. Now, before I forget, let's bring in the stage for later. As for the Titans Return, I do not have the box for it. I threw it out a long time ago. So we're going to look at the figure first. This is what the figure looks like. Never saw the show that which this is based on. Never saw our combiners words either. So the paint is like a candy apple red. We have this nice yellow for the flames. We have the Autobot symbol here. We have a bright yellow spoiler. We have this little yellow thing, which is not a big qualm, if you will, but it's there. We have this nice navy blue canopy for the driver's seat. On this side, nothing's painted. We have no paint on the hubcaps. We don't have no paint on the exhaust pipes. Same thing on the back. Same thing on this other side. Underneath, we have the gray, and I do believe this is silver for his shins, and a little bit of yellow here and there. We have this off white, maybe kind of looks kind of gray in real life here underneath the headlights, and then we have the black for the fan belt, or I should say the engine face. I forgot what the word was. And there you go. You have the silver for the engine block. Now we're going to start with accessories. We have this little guy. This is his Titans Return or Titan Master. I'm not exactly sure what the term is. It's one or the other. His name is Fire Drive. And the only thing they picked out is his visor. You can't make it out, but his visor is a little bit of silver. It's a little bit. Just a tiny bit. But the rest of it is just a gray. It's all gray from the front. We have the candy apple red for the helmet, and we have this nice white paint. My nose is chipping off, but we'll get back to that in a second. Now, the canopy does open. It's very functional. You just bring this back like that. Look inside. There's a little hole there. Bring this up. And you bring these arms up, and you want to lay them down like this. And because of that paint scratching, it's from this back piece. I think it's from this back piece. And you just plug this in. And you just close this up. And there you go. You can kind of see them from the side. Looks just very good. Rolls really well. Back and forth. Now, if you have the Siege Jetfire parts, effects parts, you can pop this on there. It's not meant for it, but if you don't mess with it around a lot, it will stay pegged in there. So you just plug that in, and you kind of have that desired effect going for you. Here it is from the side. Oh, see, it fell off already. So you kind of have to press in, kind of have to squeeze together, and it won't come off. And here you go from the top, and here you go from the other side. This is optional. The other thing we can do, let's get the Titan Master out. Let's close Canopy. And you get these two guns. They're just gray pieces of plastic, no paint on them, and they combine together. So all you have to do is find this tab right here, you find this tab right there, and this little slot right there. And they clap together. And if you wanted to, you can plug him in here as well. Take your prior drive, lay him down, goes into this groove, and he sits in like that. You take these two pegs, don't mind me calling them pegs, and they slide in between the engine block. So you kind of have that effect going on for you. And that is it for that figure. We'll come back to that in a second. Now we have the Studio Series 1. The color is slightly lighter than this. This is red again, cherry red, and this is like a really light burgundy, or it could be another color. I can't think of the color. If you know what this color is, let me know in the comments. But it's really decked out. We have like a tangerine for the headlights. We have this slightly darker yellow for the hood. We have the yellow for the flames. We have the Autobot symbol. We have the silver engine block again. We have this yellow section right here that shouldn't belong. I would have preferred if this piece and this piece were the same color as this. We have the yellow spoiler in the back. We have the yellow for the sleeve of his arm right here. And then on this side, we have the silver exhaust pipes. We have the silver hubcaps in the front, but not in the back. They skimped on the back of the wheels. I'm not sure why they did that. Same thing on the other side. No paint back here. Underneath, this is what it looks like. You can make out his chest and his arms there. And on the back, you can see there's his knees. We'll get back to that in a second. Here it is from the top. And here's from the side. Here's from the other side. Accessories. Let's talk accessories. We have these two silver guns. One gun is different from the other. So you have this gun right here. If I can hold it into my hand. So that's what you get right here. That's one gun. And then you have the other gun. Not sure why they went with two different guns. I would have preferred if they were the same exact gun. But that is just me, in my opinion. And they plug into this piece right here, the engine block. You can put this any way you want. Does not matter. And you kind of have this going on now. Now they're both, this is a Voyager, and then this is a Deluxe. So you can kind of see the size difference. So you have that from that side. Let's see. Kind of see it from the back. You can see there's no, the knees are right here, but that's fine. It blends in, and you have this side, and you have the underneath. Now there's another accessory. We have this saw blade, which is purple on the end, and it's silver for the blade. And you could pop this on there if you so choose. I think it goes this way. me try it another way. Let me see if it goes this way. So you kind of have that kind of look going on. If you so choose, here it is from the top. Here's from the back. And here is from the other side. We're not going to be using that until the robot mode. Next is these little flame effect parts that go over the exhaust. And you want to make sure that the two holes are on the top and they plug into the two holes on the exhaust pipe. So you have that going there. And then you have, let's see, make sure, right, so you have it like this. So you have that kind of effect going on. Rollability. Let's see. Not too bad. It's a wooden surface. Not too bad. It does well. It's a really cool effects part you can have there. And last but not least, we have the Matrix of Leadership. Now, the Masterpiece Hot Rodimus, I believe, can put this in his chest. You cannot put this matrix inside of here. There's not enough room inside of the hood to do it, and there's no room for the chest, which is right here, to do it. So you cannot plug this in either mode you go into. It's simply for one pose that happens in the movie, which is the deaths of Unicron. And this is the stage for that scene from that movie. We'll get to that later. So yeah. So we're going to transform this one first. And all we want to do is we want to separate the arms. Like that. Same thing, separate the arms. Like that. Now these do plug in the back the same way as the Studio series and the Masterpiece version. So you have that. Bring these up. Bring these up. We'll get back to that later in a second. You want to unplug the spoiler. And you want to turn it around. Like so. Then you want to fold down. Bring this apart. The legs apart. You want to go behind here. You want to fold down the feet. You want to bring this piece right here where the wheel is, and you want to fold it in like that. Same thing, you fold down the feet. Take this piece, fold it in. While we're here, we're going to turn 180 at the waist. Like that. Bring the arms down. Bring the arms down like so. You want to take the nose of the car. You want to bring this down. You want to take the hood of the car. You want to bring that down. That's going to form the chest. You want to separate the elbow from the shoulder. Like that. Same thing on the other side. Like that. Go on the inside of his forearms, bring out the hands. Same thing on the other side, bring out the hands. Bring up this piece back here, and it's supposed to plug into these two little slots. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Right, so it should be like that. And you have fire drives transistor ready to go. So we're going to bring in fire drive. We're going to bring the arms down, both sides. We're going to bring up the legs like that. And here it is, his feet. And again, the the seat is kind of scraping my nose off, the paint on the nose. And you just attach the head into this little section right here. I like to attack it from the side. Sometimes you have to turn the head, so you can pop that in there. Like that. So now you have your Titans Return hot rod ready to go. Let's bring in his guns. Now he can hold the guns like this, but I just want to make a quick note of something. I would have loved a third-party company to make a like a peg, like a I don't know what you would call it, but a peg that will slide over these two slots. So this way, it will hold like this. That would be a better look for this gun. But that's just me. But you can put it in his hand if you want. Put it in his hand like that. If you want, if you need to do a wheel, all you have to do is separate the two guns. Let's get the opposite one. I like to get the opposite. You can just plug it into his hand. Okay. So I always put this side on the inside. This way you can't see it on that side. And same thing on this side. And here you go. Backpack's kind of look. If you want to have fun with it, you can use the stage. Let me see. So you kind of have that look. It's not meant for him, but you can use it anyway. So we're going to put that to the side. Next, we're going to bring in our Studio Series 8604 Hot Rod. We're going to take these guns off. Now, we do lose the ability to open the canopy like this one, and the Masterpiece version, and the Generation versions of them as well. So that's the only small downfall. But it makes up for it in the transformation, because the transformation is exactly, almost exact of what you see in the movie. So to transform this, so you want to simply bring this down. You want to get a nail in here, pop this open. You want to take the lights, you want to fold them in. Fold them in into this cavity. They're going to fall into this cavity right here. Same thing on the other side. Bring this in, fold it into the cavity. Next, you want to do is you want to separate the arms. Same way as this one. Just want to pull forward, and they're going to separate. And it's pegged in here. Right? So you want to push down, so to free up the arm. Next, on the other side, just push down, and you can just separate that. Bring this up like so. Bring this up like so. Right, so we're going to come back to this later. Next, we want to separate the legs. Now, this is the best part of the transformation, because on the Masterpiece version, there was these I don't know, pegs that came out the side that locked it into the outside rear wheel, and mine's broke off on the left hand side, on the driver's side. So you simply have to separate this. That's all. And you bring this up. Up on this hinge right here. Right? Since we're here, we can turn this around. Have that ready. Next, we want to find the back wheel. You want to just pop it open like this. And you want to get the leg from behind there. So you want to undo the leg. So let me see if I can show you real good. Like this, it's going to free up the leg. And you want to bring this all the way around like that. Since we're here, I'm going to bring out the foot, push down, bring down the leg. And you want to curl the wheel inside of here, and that piece is going to fall over this piece. So you just want to, like that, clamping together like that. Like so. We're going to try to do it much cleaner on this side. You just want to undo this. Like so. Bring this all the way around. You want to unfurl the leg. Turn it around. Flip the foot down. Like so. And you want to bend the wheel inside of this cavity. And then you do it again. And they're going to fall into these two slots on both sides. Like that. We're going to do 180 on the waist, and we're almost there. Now this piece is a little tricky. You want to turn this upside down, right? But you also want to turn this piece right here. So you want to get enough room, and you want to turn this around. Doesn't matter which way you turn it. Like so. Take this piece right here. It's supposed to be right here. You want to bring it down. And you want to clamp it into place. While we're here, you want to get inside of here. You want to bring the head up. It's going to be on this panel. Turn it around like so. Then you want to bring this piece. You want to bring this down. Now you have to fish this silver thing in between these two yellow pieces, or it's not going to fit. You just peg it together, bring the arms down, and we're almost done. We take the spoiler, and it's going to peg over this ridge just like the Masterpiece version. Sometimes you hear a click, sometimes you don't. There we go. It's clicked into place. Next, we want to bring this piece right here, this panel. You want to bring it around, and there's a hole behind his arm. So you just want to fill this piece into that hole. There you go. Same thing, bring this up. Flip this around, put it in that hole. Now, since we're here, we could do two things. We have this welding device on his right hand side for that scene where he had to repair a cup from the octopus. And then we have this nub on this side, which is for this right here. So it's very snug. Just take your time. And there you go. So you kind of have that going for you. So we're going to take this off so we can continue the transformation. So next we're going to bring up on the sleeve, and the same transformation that's on the Masterpiece is actually here as well. So you bring this, you have to turn this all the way around. And you got the hands. Same thing, bring this up. And there you go. You have your Studio Series Hot Rod. Very nice figure. Let's use our stage while we got it. Let's bring this over. Let's see. Hold on. Balance. And here you go. This is what he looks like on his stage. Let's get into his accessories again. These guns do not combine together like this one does. And we don't get a target master like the Masterpiece version. But if you want to use a target master, you can put it on this figure if you wanted to. You can do whatever you want. So you just pop this in. Same thing on this side. So you kind of have that going on for you. Now, if you have the effects parts ready, you can pop these on there as well. They should make a tray of effects parts, just to, so people can just buy it. I mean, like maybe like $8 or something, or $7 for effects parts that do different things, or they just look different. So you kind of have that going on right there. And last but not least, we have the Matrix. You can hold it. Now to show you that there's no way to put that in there. There's nothing in here for this Matrix to go into. But it is, it does have that light pipe in there. So you can catch the right light for it. Right, so if you want to do this, I'm a bad poser on here. You want to flip this upside down. There's one. And there's another. See, I'm trying to see if I can get it. So you it's little lopsided. So you kind of have that going on. Now there is another fixed part that goes over this. I decided to leave it in the thing, the packaging. I'm not going to be displaying it with it. So you have that. Now we're going to do articulation. I'm going to go run through it real quick. So we're going to take these guns off. So we're going to do Titan's returns first. We have this movement right here on the shoulder. You can close this up and get it up like that if you need to. It's an option. It's on a ball joint, and it goes all the way back to the spoiler. That's all it's going to do. Same thing opposite way. It's going to hit that spoiler. That's as far as you're going to get. Elbow. More than 90 degrees on the elbow. There's a little bit of give, if you want to call that a butterfly effect. We have waist articulation. We have swivel at both parts of the hips, the upper hip, and then we have the lower thigh area. Bring the leg up. Let's see, 90 degrees. There's no articulation at the foot like a swivel, but you can bring the foot back, but it's gonna, you really can't because it bangs into here. Let's see, there is a swivel at the elbow if we need to, and there is two joints in the neck. There's one at the base of the shoulder, and you have the head that makes it turn 360 degrees if you need to do that. And now we have the Studio Series Hot Rod. We're going to start with the arm. Arm goes all the way back. Same thing with the spoiler. All the way back this way. You can get all the way out if you need to. You can bring at the elbow, oof, more than 90 degrees on the elbow. There is a pin in his hand that allows you to open and close for all 4 fingers. There is a rotation at the elbow as well. There's a rotation at the wrist. There is a swivel at the waist. The leg can come all the way out to there and all the way down. Now, the cool thing about this is no longer in the way. It moves with the leg. So you can do this. You want to bring